Hey there, Ali Mehdaoui in here with Eatontown Voices. And before we get into the council meeting recap, we need to start tonight's episode by giving major kudos to the people of Eatontown, because this past week, our town showed up in a way that deserves to be recognized on this town. Eatontown, you showed up for Veterans Day. All of us did. Honoring our active, retired, and fallen veterans, our Veterans Day, something special happened here in Eatontown. Not just an event, a moment, a statement about who we are. Every corner of our community came together. The mayor and council, faith leaders and local pastors, police departments, fire departments, DPW, PTA, Eatontown Choir, Girl Scouts, families, children, and residents of every background. Leader from every political party standing side by side. This wasn't just a ceremony, it was a collective heartbeat. Mayor Talerico delivered powerful remarks, recognizing the brave military personnel who not only served our nation, but who live in and work right here in Eatontown. And as if this moment needed anything more, the ceremony closed with a grace-filled prayer followed by gentle snow flurries, almost like nature itself paused to honor the day. It didn't matter what your title was. It didn't matter what your role that you played. It was unity, gratitude, and respect. To every veteran, Eatontown honors you today and always. And we witnessed a major regional milestone. The rededication ceremony at Fort Monmouth, attended by Netflix executives, county officials, state leaders, and a packed audience of community members who understand just how historic this moment is. MA Studios is producing a full special on the event. Every speech, every detail, every moment that captured the rebirth of Fort Monmouth. So stay tuned. This is going to be a big one. And a huge shout out to Councilwoman Candace, Faust, and Virginia East, along with Mayor Talerico, for hosting a heartwarming cookies and Canva family event at the Eatontown Community Center this Sunday. Families filled the room, kids laughing, learning, creating, parents, including ourselves, joined in, and an instructor leading an art and design class that was full of joy, patience, and real family values. And credit where credit is due. Mayor Talerico showed up personally on a Sunday afternoon, greeting families, taking pictures, helping break down tables, and yes, even taking out the trash. That's leadership that you don't see every day. That's community. And now, to the recap of the council meeting. On this report, a Veterans Day proclamation and how Eatontown showed up for our veterans. Bike lanes and e-bikes, safety, grants, and what's coming to Industrial Way. A proposed cannabis cultivation and manufacturing facility asking for the town's support. EV charging stations that could power your parks and not just your car. And updates on Netflix, food drives, youth programs, and much more. I'm Ali Mehdaoui. This is Eatontown Voices, and we're breaking down the November 12th council meeting so you don't have to read all of the minutes. Let's get into it. The council met on Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, starting at 7:01 p.m. The meeting was officially advertised under the Open Public Meeting Act. So yes, the legal stuff is handled. Roll call, Mayor Talerico, Council Presidents East, Council Members Jones, Armand, Lawson, Faust, and Escalante all were present. The meeting opened with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilwoman Escalante. There was even a quick clarification about the flag being moved for emergency services photos and a reminder that, yes, the borough knows the flag protocol. Then they went straight into the first big movement of the night, Veterans Day. Councilwoman Danielle Jones read a formal Veterans Day proclamation into the record. A few key points from that proclamation. Veterans Day started as Armistice Day in 1919, making the end of World War I at 11 a.m. on November 11, 1918. In 1938, it became a national holiday, and in 1954, President Eisenhower signed the law changing it from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, honoring all U.S. veterans. The proclamation emphasized the service and sacrifice of veterans in both war and peace, the vital role of veterans' families, and the importance of recognizing all those who serve in the United States Armed Forces. The mayor and council officially proclaimed November 11, 2025 as Veterans Day in Eatontown, encouraging the community to observe and honor our veterans' contribution. Councilwoman Jones also shared that Eatontown's Veterans Day ceremony featured Lieutenant Williams from the Eatontown Police Department, and this year's theme was Veterans in the Workforce. By all accounts, it was a meaningful, well-attended event. Before the main public business, council went into closed session to discuss two items: affordable housing litigation personnel and committee appointments. That's standard. Certain legal and personal issues have to be handled privately. They made it clear that minutes from closed sessions may be released once it's no longer against the public interest. After closed session, they formally adjourned the workshop and opened the regular meeting at 7:42 p.m. Routine items were handled first: approval of minutes from October 22nd, acceptance of communication A and F. Then we got to the part everyone cares about: what's changing and what's coming next in Eatontown. The mayor's report covered some big mobility and development topics. Let's break them down for you. E-bikes and safety e-bikes are becoming a problem in many towns, including Eatontown. Speed, sidewalk use, property damage. The mayor shared that the state of New Jersey is rolling out new guidance and regulations for e-bikes. Eatontown representatives are attending a state meeting to learn more. The mayor is personally interested in a provision that would allow the borough to recoup costs when e-bike riders damage borough property, not just the repair costs, but also DPW staff time. So expect future ordinances on e-bikes once the state guidance is clear. The mayor announced a proposal from ARH, the borough's engineer, for $60,500 in soft cost engineering for phase one for the e-bike lanes in Industrial Way. Here's the money breakdown. Eatontown secured a $207,000 state grant for the hard costs, the actual installation of bike lanes, thanks to the Complete Streets Committee. The borough also has a $100,000 state budget line item with a $60,000 earmarked for design and engineering. Bottom line, the entire first phase of the Industrial Way bike lane project is essentially grant funded, with only about $500 coming from the town. The county owns one side of Industrial Way and the borough owns the other. So this project will be a joint effort with the county. The goal? Safe bike routes, connection to neighboring towns like Ocean Township and Long Branch, and eventually linking Eatontown into a bigger regional bike network. The mayor also visited Kane Brewery in Ocean Township and connected it to Eatontown's effort to rezone the Industrials Park. Highlights: the Economic Development Advisory Committee is exploring innovative zoning to attract breweries, to attract recreational businesses, and to better support the film industry. Yes, that ties into Netflix and beyond. In the past, breweries and recreation businesses were interested in coming to the industrial park, but either the zoning wasn't ready or companies weren't willing to go through the zoning board process. The message from the mayor: Eatontown wants to modernize its industrial park and become more friendly to breweries, recreation, and film-related businesses. Now, this was one of the most creative ideas of the night. A company approached the borough proposing to install electric vehicle charging stations in towns with this model. Now, the company pays to install the EV chargers. The borough pays nothing upfront. Eatontown receives a residual, either monthly, annually, or as an upfront payment. But here's the clever part. The mayor wants to use these deals to bring in more electrical capacity to places like Wolcott Park, where sometimes they literally can't run a movie and a popcorn machine at the same time. 80 acres, where there is interest in turf fields, but not enough power for lights and scoreboards. The idea, allow a company to install an EV charger at a park. In exchange, they pay to bring in the heavy electrical infrastructure. The town then taps into the capacity for park lights, events, and future amenities. I like it. The council discussed having the borough attorney draft a non-binding RFP, request for proposal. That means the town can collect offers from multiple EV charger companies. They can choose one, multiples, or none. And no agreement is guaranteed until the borough votes on it. No one on council objected. That's good. So expect an RFP for EV charging stations to be drafted and brought back for future meetings. Now, let's hit on some big-time key events per committee. Senior Housing hosting a holiday party on Thursday, December 11th from 4:45 to 8 p.m. with dinner, music, and dancing. Community events, holiday pancake breakfast, Lions Club on Sunday, December 7th, Meadowbrook School, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Free donations are appreciated. Family picture with Santa will be available. The Lions Club Christmas tree sale at the mall in the Highway 35 area where the old Christmas tree shop used to be. It starts November 29th, weekends 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and weeknights 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Proceeds support Monmouth Regional High School scholarships. Monmouth Regional High School Board of Education, the next meeting will be Tuesday, November 18th at 7:30 p.m. They've adopted their 2025-2030 strategic plan, and it's available on their website. The Community Service Alliance is organizing holiday cards for seniors at the Gateway Care Center snack sales at the doubleheader basketball game to raise money for gifts for students in need. Open court sports night at the community center. Students who pledge to abstain from alcohol, drugs, and vaping can spend Friday nights playing sports, listening to the music, and hanging out. Example nights includes basketball, soccer, dodgeball, and four corners. The youth committee recently met on November 5th, and their next meeting will be Wednesday, December 3rd at 6:30 p.m., including a holiday party with adults with special needs. They are on TikTok at Youth Park 2022. Eatontown PD community involvement, where our police department has participated in trunk or treat at Woodmere and Harbor School. The patrol cars, they were stocked with Halloween candy. The Recreation Committee meeting, which was held on November 6th, discussed a 2026 5K run that will be planned on October 3rd, 2026, the morning of Community Day. There will be ongoing plans for tennis and pickleball court renovation. Wolcott Park path renovation and playground services updates are complete. Run for the Fallen. They are working on getting a race route stop at Kerbis Park for the New Jersey Run for the Fallen. Rec Basketball 2026 registration closes November 21st, 2025. And Coach Ali will be coaching. Upcoming events, a holiday tree lighting on Friday, December 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Borough Hall. Expect fire pits, s'mores, donuts, hot chocolate, crafts, and picture with Santa. Bulk and pick up. Leaf brush schedules. Residents should place items out by the Sunday listed, but no later than the following Wednesday. DPW is running extra crews during leaf season to keep roads passable and safe. Residents are asked to keep brush piles separate from leaves and at least 10 feet away from storm drains. Equipment and yard updates. The tub grinder is back up and running. Eatontown allows neighboring towns to drop off some brush and leaves. It's a small revenue stream and part of a regional cooperation. DPW yard at Hambrick Road has expanded fencing and storage space. Toys for Tots and food drive. There is a Toys for Tots collection box at the DPW yard. The Borough Food Drive collected 1,896 pounds of food supporting 100 families in our town. Green Team and Shade Tree. Upcoming meetings in November for the Green Team, Complete Streets, and Shade Tree Commission. DPW and volunteers are actively supporting sustainability initiatives and collections. Library Board. Final meeting of this year is November 17th at 7 p.m., and it is at our library. Historical Committee meeting on November 18th at 7 p.m. at the museum. The museum, by the way, currently has a veterans flag display on the lawn. Borough building planning. A meeting is being scheduled with the architects, construction managers, and engineers to discuss the borough building's future and needed improvements. One of the biggest agenda items was a presentation from Fury Farms New Jersey LLC, a company seeking a resolution of support from the borough. So here is what they are asking for: a letter of support from Eatontown for Class 1 and Class 2. This is not a retail dispensary. Class 1 and 2 are business to business only. No walk-in public sales, no retail shops. The location proposed is 275 Industrial Way West, a location already approved by the planning board in a prior application. Key points discussed. Fury Farms is applying for a full-size license, not a micro business. They understand the borough's 2% local tax on cannabis sales and that business-to-business transactions do not exempt them. They are aware the borough can issue more letters of support than actual local licenses, and that state approvals and local criteria will ultimately decide who operates. Relationship with previous applicants, Denver Coal has come up. See, there was a prior council action involving a different entity, Denver Coal, connected to this site. Fury Farms representatives explained that Denver Coal essentially stopped work, hadn't been on site for months, and the project stalled. The borough attorney clarified that issuing a new resolution of support does not put the town at legal risk, even if prior entities still hold state licenses. Any dispute is between the companies and the state. Council members pressed for community involvement, especially around jobs for local residents, educational partnerships with high school and colleges, especially in agriculture and horticulture, addiction and prevention programming, given concerns about youth substance use. Fury Farms' responses included planning to hire local and within New Jersey, not importing a workforce from out of state. Thank you, Lord, right? Interest in internships and jobs for students in agriculture and horticulture programs. Willingness to partner with their officers, schools, and the Drug and Alcohol Alliance to educate youth of cannabis effect, explain dosing and delayed onset of edibles, and support prevention efforts for underage use. Council also stressed a strict requirement. Fury Farms must provide status reports at 9 months, 6 months, and 3 months before any license renewals. Failure to provide updates could lead to the town not renewing their local license, regardless of state approval. The council then moved into the resolution agenda. Key highlights: by Clean Engineering, ARH proposal, council approved a resolution to hire ARH for approximately $60,500 for engineering services for a phase 1 of Industrial Way bike lanes, largely funded by previously awarded grants. The mayor reported that the local finance board approved the borough's financial arrangements related to the Netflix project at the mall, a payment in lieu of taxes or pilot structure and related bonds. The next step is a formal resolution at a future meeting once final documents are in from the borough's bond council. This is a major step towards Netflix redevelopment project moving forward and the town receiving community benefit funds. Council also handled year-end budget transfers to shore up certain line items, including healthcare costs, approved related to a wheel loader for DPW, likely replacing older equipment and helping manage brush, leaves, and yard waste more effectively. Council approved a block of consent agenda motions, including fee waivers for nonprofit events like the Lions Club Pancake Breakfast, recognizing their community work. And street lighting, well, residents are reporting non-working lights to JCP&L, but repairs are slow. The borough is considering bringing in a specialized company to audit the electric bills and poles, propose LED conversions, and potentially let the borough take more control over street lighting. LED lights, they actually could lower energy use significantly, provide better more consistent lighting, and improved public safety. Many residents are struggling with SNAP benefit delays and a rise in food prices. Food donations are accepted at Borehole, at DPW, on Hambrick Road, and at some council members' workplaces too, with deliveries made to the Eatontown Food Pantry and other local organizations. The message: hunger isn't just a holiday problem. Please, if you can, donate food year round. So what does this mean for you and for Eatontown's residents? It means Veterans Day isn't just a date. It's an ongoing commitment to support those who served. Bike lanes and EV chargers are more than just projects. They are part of how we move, exercise, and power our future. Cannabis cultivation, if approved, it brings jobs and tax revenue, but it also demands responsible education and strong guardrails for our youth. And yes, those rough roads, dim streetlights, and empty pantries are on the town's radar, but they also need your voice and sometimes your help. If you want to shape up what happens next, watch or even attend the next council meeting. Follow the Boroughs of Eatontown and this channel on social media. Join a committee, volunteer with a nonprofit, or just send an email about whatever is important to you and to the township. This has been Eatontown's Voices, your local lens on what is happening inside Borehole and all over Eatontown. I'm Ali Mehdaoui. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next meeting, or at least on the next episode.
In a world of digital noise, your brand deserves a command center. Welcome to ME Studios, where your vision doesn't just get captured, it gets amplified. This isn't just another production space. This is your complete media powerhouse. Our multi-unit facility in New Jersey is engineered for brands that refuse to be overlooked. We transform your voice into professional podcasts streaming on Spotify, Amazon Music, and beyond. Your stories become headlines across 300 plus media outlets, including Fox, ABC. Behind every viral moment is strategy. Our content creation and SEO campaigns don't just chase trends, they create them. From concept to distribution, we build the digital presence others envy. Your brand, your voice, your time to dominate. Visit the mestudios.net and turn potential into impact.